This week, a huge podcast dropped. Joe Rogan show, Elon Musk. 10 million views already in 5 days. It's almost been a cultural phenomenon. And it's kind of summed up how it's now very much a cool thing to be an entrepreneur and how smart people are seen as cool now. The negatives that have come out of it as well, the Tesla's stock price has declined, but the cultural phenomenon that is Elon Musk and what people think of him has really taken over the internet.
I think it's, first of all, it's mad it got 10 million views. It's the most watched podcast ever. The reason that's the most watched podcast is people want to listen to what Elon Musk is talking about. And, we've always had visionary entrepreneurs. You can look back at Richard Branson and people like that, but it's at a new level now where I think the ultimate thing a lot of people want to be is an Elon Musk type character.
It's very clear success, isn't it? People can now see they want to be revered, they want to be respected, and Musk has done it in lots of different ways with lots of different products and is seen to be doing amazing things that you can't fathom. The thing that hit the headlines, and another reason why that podcast got so many views, is because he did something which lots of people find controversial, and especially shareholders in Tesla found controversial, which is smoke weed in a place where weed is legalized, which seems crazy, and the reaction to it has been hugely over the top. But again, on a PR machine way, he's incredibly smart. He's very, very smart at drawing attention to himself, where for 2.5 hours he talks incredible sense amongst things that are incredibly difficult to understand and show how smart he is. But he draws the attention in through something that everyone can understand, everyone's got an opinion on.
So, with regard to the share price, first of all, I'm not surprised that it's dropped down. The stock market fundamentally is held up by institutional money. Institutional money, incredibly conservative. They're going to be the first to pull out of things like that. Look at Nike, when Nike dropped the ad that now everyone's seeing has boosted their sales and everything else. In the first 24 hours that came out, the share price went down because all the institutional money went, oh, controversy, we're out. And so can't really judge it based on that, because controversy equals them pulling money, and so you're going to get an initial drop. Here is, away from Elon Musk, is just the power of podcasting. And so, we've seen in recent...
And visual podcasting as well, which has been a massive upturn in the last couple of years.
The credibility that YouTube has now, and this will give it even more credibility as a platform for real conversation. There is no other way Elon Musk could have had that conversation on any other channel other than podcasting.
Yeah, it's authentic and it's real, and we got to see the real Elon Musk, and that's why it was so successful, and that's why Joe Rogan has become so successful.
Even those breaks, right? Either maybe on TV they'd have tried to cut those out. We talked about that and about how we love that. Love the fact that he's going to just take as long as he needs to really understand the question, and then he'll answer in his own time. I think it's great, and I love the fact that he waits that 5 or 6 seconds. There are so many other scenarios where that would have been cut out, and you could just have question answer. Even though there was a 2 hour, 47 minute podcast where they talked about everything, like so many different topics in real detail, including whether or not he was an alien and whether he thinks he's at a different level, and all the different businesses and
how he's going to fix transport across the world and things like that.
But the media taken one 10-second bit of it and thrown it out there as this is what that podcast is about. It should be a sign to people of why you shouldn't trust the media in that sense. You need to be going and looking at the real results. And I implore anyone that's heard about this podcast but not watched it, go and watch the whole podcast. And I guarantee you, what you've read in mainstream newspapers about that podcast, you will not see the correspondence.